Somebody said that Brooklyn needed a little balance. I think we found it. The change niggas pitch when we found it all in the fountain. To the top we mountain. At the top we bigger than mountains. Take your shit, we bouncing. Ain't no making no damn announcement. Said I gotta get it. Gotta have it, don't you forget it. Steady representing. It's a habit, I never quit it. Got a lot of carrots and snow bunnies. Never committed, watch me murder.
Alright y'all, welcome back to this episode of Brooklyn's Balance. You guys said you need that balance and we are here with it. It's me, your host, Miss Meekz, and I'm sitting here with some guests. We got Rell Easy, we got Trini, we got Stella of Stella Talks, and we got Stoney of Frank Stoney TV. Today on this episode, it is called Help a Brother Out. This topic is going to get broken up into so many points. The first point that we want to start with is cosigning. So Trini, when you started with this topic of cosigning, what was it that you wanted to talk about? Like, what brought you to this?
Okay, so let's talk about the guys that's in a relationship.
Because there's always a nigga.
Always the niggas.
That's
in the relationship.
They gotta stop the guy bashing, man.
That has a female that thinks the female is a fix-it girlfriend. And what I mean by that is something happened to the guy, they gotta fix the girlfriend. Because you know how us women are, we're mothers.
Nurturers, yeah.
And there you go. So we like to fix things we see are broken. So, for example, if a guy has his license, his permit and everything, either or, license or permit, but he doesn't have a car. All right, baby, I got you. I'll co-sign. I'll get you a car. I'll put the car in my name.
That's only teamwork.
Ooh, wait, real quick. How you feel about that, Stella? You feel like are you one of those young ladies? It don't gotta be the car, but you feel like
that was just an example.
Like help a nigga out, like build a nigga.
There you go.
No, I have been.
Okay.
I have been.
So we've grown. So that's what. Okay, got it. So we talk about that point in our life. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I have been there.
So there is niggas out there that we've done this for, right? For the two men who sit on this couch that's ready to attack, right? There are men like that out there.
No, I'm not saying that I haven't put my name on anything. I'm just saying. No. It's about being a man.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. No.
Go ahead. Because we there. So go ahead.
Connect.
That's why it's us three.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's why y'all got finesse. All three y'all sitting together.
No, we did not get finesse.
Outside.
We didn't. I didn't say that. That's what I did. Because I didn't do that. I'm just saying there are men out. No, sorry. There are boys out there.
Okay.
That think that that's okay to ask your girlfriend to do this, co-sign on an apartment, give me a credit card, help me with this, help yourself, or go ask your mom. Like, why are you asking me?
I don't even ask my girl to pay for my haircut.
There's a lot of begging ass niggas out there.
Yes. Can I get $40? It's always $40.
I've never been to the extent of like the whole credit for someone.
That sounds like that was a part of the problem too.
As far as in a way of like, in a financial way, in little ways, but not like, to that extent.
Right.
So we're talking about like credit. So as in wanting money, that's like, okay, if we in a relationship and we come to this, we have this communication of you can give me what I need and I can give you or buy me this or whatever it is. But if it comes to putting my name on something, I'm now owning something that isn't your responsibility. What if we break up? Now I'm asked the fuck out because I didn't put my name on a car that you probably still driving, but not paying for because we broke up. Now you got another bitch probably driving your car that's in my name that I gotta pay for to keep my credit intact. Like no,
But that's your fault. So like it's like a finesse to me.
Okay, yes, guys.
Okay.
Yes. All right, I totally agree.
We're not debating the finesse.
I totally agree.
We're just saying there's people out there.
Yes.
And it's predominantly niggas.
And as a man, that shouldn't be okay. As a man,
that's all we saying.
That shouldn't be okay.
It may not be y'all. But they out there. It's your brother. It's your little brother. It's your uncle. It's your family. Your father.
Not my little brother.
It's your co-worker. They out there.
They are.
It's your blood. It's from life. I know the niggas. There's a lot of niggas at the showcases too. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. They there. They amongst it. You think it's Men in Black, and I gotta like it's a little whistle. I gotta come in with.
Right now. Y'all gotta
understand.
Anybody can't just do that. Any dude can't just say to a girl.
That mean you ain't got the juice, baby. That's what that means. Cause you told me they was finessing, but now I'm telling you, you ain't got the juice to do it.
You wanna know
it's a difference between. Matter of fact, go ahead, bro.
I understand this is touching for y'all. Listen,
They acting holier than that.
You played that role once upon a time before.
It's not triggering. I will pull out my cash app right now and it will say what day that I send Rell Easy money. Stop with the cat,
you can send it to me again if you want to.
Niggas did that.
Listen. What you talking about right now? Listen, right? It takes a certain type of dude to ask a woman to put something in their name and they actually do it.
So it's levels to this shit.
But I'm not talking about women that's doing it.
It's levels to this shit.
I got finessed.
It's levels to this shit.
Of course, anybody can do that.
So what level is that? Is that the goal?
If the woman, not you, if the woman doesn't like the dude, she's not putting nothing in her name for him.
But what level is that? Obviously, there's other parts to it. What level is that?
As a man, you shouldn't even ask. You shouldn't even
as a woman, you should be mad that you allowed a man to let you do that.
What if we say no?
Facts.
It's a point about you asking. No, it's not facts. Because what if you ask?
It's
you
not
asking me. It does not mean I'm going to say yes. It's the fact that you have the audacity to think that.
Yeah, we didn't say we accepted the offer. We just saying they be doing that.
So why is that the narrative then? Why is it always working? It sounds like it's something that works.
No.
Quick question.
Sometimes it do. I'm not gonna say it never works. Sometimes
You
it
know
do,
what?
Sometimes it don't.
I don't even mean to cut y'all off. Fuck all that.
Go ahead.
Can women not finesse men? Don't y'all have y'all way? No. We not about to do this.
For me.
No, you're right. Women do.
Women know how to finesse niggas. I'm glad you said
I go out
that.
on dates with niggas and bring home food for my husband.
And I'm glad you said that, because guess what?
So guess what? You got got.
We're going to finesse y'all too by having y'all co-sign for shit because y'all be ties.
Nobody
that
ain't
be
never
the problem.
Nobody ain't never.
You know what? A couple of females be ties, which is why they do stupid shit out of love, out of things that they think is love, and it don't be love.
And y'all be ties too. What are you talking about?
No, you know what?
Yes,
you pay for hair, nails, and how many wigs? How many wigs, Stoney?
Ask any one of my girls who I did that.
How much it is to get your nails done? Oh, $300.
Who's giving you $300 to do your nails? I know somebody that's doing that for $125. You paying half. If anything, I'm paying half.
Shorty got her new crib. He's paying for the furniture. He's paying for everything. He's paying for her body to get done. What are you talking about? To do what? To turn around and get him next nigga. Like,
exactly, that's what I'm saying. So y'all be finessing niggas to pay for y'all BBL.
You can never just sit here and talk about men. Why you always got?
Nah, cause y'all not gonna keep bashing men. I sat here long enough, goddammit.
It's only been 5 minutes into the episode.
Alright, in the last episode is
that's fine. Stella got a take on something. Maybe she got something different from me and Britt.
Nah, we're not gonna do that because women definitely finesse men.
You gonna let Stella talk? Stella gonna talk.
I was just gonna
The mic
you said Stella talks is gonna talk, baby.
She good.
Yo.
I was just gonna ask, is it different if you're married? You know, because if you're married,
men paying for everything.
I think it's a union.
This nigga smoked. Drugs.
I think
narcotics.
Can we please let her finish her point?
This is just my perspective.
But you ain't stopped Stoney. I'm sorry. You ain't stopped Stoney. I had to fight him to let her talk. Y'all act like this the women's suffrage. Like she ain't got no point of view. Now you want to speak up for her. Let her talk. Let her speak. We got it. Go ahead.
Well, I mean,
she said, "Is it different in marriage?"
I mean, I'm not a person. I'm not married. Right.
You will be. Don't worry about it.
You know, my opinion is right.
Stella.
If you're married, I think it should be a union.
It's cohesive.
So.
You mean it's
different?
I think depending on whatever y'all agree on. You know what I'm saying? Because and every marriage is different.
That's different. You know we're not one, so that's different.
No.
It's different.
So
for some people,
I can speak on that. I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing it either.
We could be.
I'm gonna stand on what I said. I'm not
married, and guess what? My name is still in my name. I'm still because I get it. A marriage is supposed to. A marriage is identified by everybody as a business partnership. It's money. It's two people doing things together. Hello, I'll let you speak. Like I said, right? A marriage is seen as a business agreement between two people. So they want you to do that. But there's also ways that you can do it separate. But now if me and my man are married and we got a house, right? We co-signed on this house together, right? And then I got a car. or he just has a car, right? And he drops me off to work. I go to work, whatever the case may be, right?
Right.
And let's say one of us decides, you know what, I'll co-sign for a coffee. You get what I'm saying? To me, I'd rather keep it separate. Because I think I always think ahead. Even though we're together, God forbid, there might be a day that we not. People wake up and feel differently all the time. Hits divorce because they getting together with people for consistency. This was the best candidate out of all of these men. Or him going out of all of these women, she always held it down. So I'm going, let me finish, let me speak. As we continue to be together, we're just doing it for that. We're just doing it for the basis of this person was always there. 4 years in, we realized, damn, it's not romantic. It's not this. Wait a minute.
So
it never fucking was. So I'm thinking divorce. But by that time we're divorcing. Bro, I want that car that I co-signed for you. Because that's where a lot of that stuff comes from. So I'm just saying from a marriage point of view, some people do think differently. We're supposed to go in as one. But I'm not doing it. And a lot of people not out there marrying for love. But whatever, that's not the point. What we were saying is about co-signing, how y'all was saying that these niggas was out here and these niggas was finessing us. And then he said, we be finessing the niggas because y'all don't want to take accountability for that.
If you put a car in your name for a guy, you got finessed.
Okay.
Off rip.
From the jump.
So what if a guy puts a name, his name? Would you put?
Repeat that.
Would you
relax on my friends
for your girl? Would you put your name?
Both of them.
No, I would never do that if I had a girl. Never.
A wife?
No, because my wife will be. This is the goal. I'm not dating nobody who can't fend for themselves.
Right, because what Rell always says on every episode, you need to come with your basic necessities. So he's coming from that standpoint of everybody, you should already have a car.
It don't always work out like that.
For yourself.
It don't always work. I could come with everything that you just said. And some shit could happen to me. I could lose my job. Like some shit could just happen to me.
The same thing that could happen to a man.
Exactly. But they come in already asking for that. So it don't happen. It be men that come in already think. Let's talk about the homeless shit. Let's talk about the shit that they say when guys. Oh, it's winter time.
You don't learn with me.
Just listen.
There's niggas that fuck with a girl because the girl got a house. It's cold outside. They say hide your house.
That's y'all fault that y'all fucking with a hobosexual.
So we're gonna stop saying it's our fault.
We're
gonna stop saying it's our fault.
What is that?
A hobosexual is a nigga who's fucking for a place to be. That's a hobosexual.
Oh, okay.
And freaky bums. Y'all like them hobosexuals and freaky bums. And y'all don't realize that a nigga is only dicking you down because he needs a place to stay.
So what are you? What do you define that? Not saying that you're a homosexual, but we labeling a lot of niggas. What happened? What's your label? The people
I'm an entrepreneur.
You are an entrepreneur.
Everything I get, I get by me.
There's a lot of struggling entrepreneurs.
Yeah, and as an entrepreneur, we gonna know when we struggle. We gonna know when we can win. Just because you're winning one day doesn't mean you're gonna lose. You're gonna be up the next day. When you're an entrepreneur, you're investing in yourself. So you can make money one day and then be popped the next day and then bounce right back.
And then you have a girlfriend that this happened to me. I had a bad day, so I'm gonna go rely on her.
I don't ask my girl for nothing though.
That's you.
That's where priority. That's where priority comes in place. Because if as an entrepreneur, right, if that's the case, and you know that your salary is that way, then you have to make sure you set up your priorities
in that bracket.
Yeah, you get me, because you have a certain.
But these things happen because most of us aren't financially literate.
Yeah, you said that. I'm gonna let you get an episode.
And I definitely agree.
But for the 1,000 people who don't want to be financially literate.
Because I'm not.
You gotta understand that they gonna do that shit.
How many times people came across a bag and blew it?
Because after a while,
I don't know. All the time.
I know a nigga who got a $50,000 settlement from MTN. It's pop now. Niggas don't know how to niggas don't know how to manage their money.
You gotta do better.
You're right. It is a cultural thing, but it's also a cultural thing that men are okay with asking girls for money and to co-sign
new
and
men.
do stuff like
new
that.
men.
I don't know about the new
this
niggas.
Is the new niggas.
It's just niggas to me. Let's move on to the next point.
Finessers are doing that.
Yeah, out of control. So the next point that I want to talk about.
He's not lying though. It's only the finesses that's doing it.
So let's talk about the other finesses. Let's talk about living arrangements.
Men are finesses, period.
Let's talk about living arrangements, right? Have any of you ever been in a situation where your friend has finessed you into coming to stay in your apartment for 2 weeks? And it's been longer than that. I don't care if they're your friend or none of that. No, I don't have those problems.
For 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks, but it turns out longer than 2 weeks. You look up, they're there.
okay.
We all got a friend that.
I ain't gonna that happened to me before.
Okay, I'm proud of you. Finally, something has happened to you.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Because I thought you were just the bionic man.
I want to hear it.
So now I'm gonna give you the microphone. Go ahead, speak.
I gave it away.
Look, I was in college though.
Okay, so you was growing.
Somebody was in my dorm, and they overstaying their welcome. I told them I had to go.
But what did they come to you and ask you? What was the initial contract?
They got kicked off campus.
They got kicked off campus.
They're like, yo, I have a dorm with no security.
Do you, if somebody asked you that now, would you?
It's over.
It's over? You learn from that?
No, yeah.
Alright, Britt.
Alright, so, family member, something can happen. Something can happen. And I had a problem with saying no. My problem.
We all do, and when it comes to certain people, yes.
But it takes that one thing to make you say no. So I had a problem saying no. A family member will come in or whatever it is, right? And overstay their welcome. Like, first off, I like a clean house. People get comfortable. People don't want to go with your rules. People don't live like you. So you wake up in the morning and when you wake up, you pray and you cook and you make breakfast. When you go looking for something, it's gone. It's not there because your roommate, who you let stay in,
because
was
my
being
stuff
nice.
is your stuff is
yeah, it's like so now I gotta feel bad because I gotta let you get the fuck out because it's like
you feel bad.
No, I'm saying
yeah, she did. So I wanna come to y'all too on the couch. I'm gonna give y'all more controversial. Hopefully you can speak on it. Hopefully you can. Do y'all believe that people who was in a past relationship and let's say they co-signed or decided to move into an apartment together, but they're no longer together, but they're staying because of the financial gain? Do you believe that exes can still be roommates?
Yeah, they gonna be fucking over it.
What the fuck? But you proved
He is
my
not
point.
lying.
He proved
He's
my
not
point.
lying.
But that's how he thinks.
I'm saying my ex, I'm giving it up.
What you think, Stella?
Oh shit, that's how
I don't think that it's healthy.
You don't think it's healthy?
Yeah, I think if it's going down, if
Who
it's
hurt
happening,
you?
I don't think it's healthy.
Let me get back to that.
Unless they both are under the condition and respectfully, understand each other's boundaries, when it comes to their living situation. And, if they're, I think respectfully, they should keep their outside situation separate from bringing it.
Copy.
That's impossible.
So let's stop. All I want is a yes and no from all of y'all. Don't give me your input. Only with this part. I'm going to give it to y'all.
Okay.
Do y'all believe that exes can be roommates?
No.
Everybody agree? You agree?
No.
Don't say yes.
Okay.
Come on. Can I answer?
So there is a group of people. I did ask people, hence how I added this part into the conversation. There's a group of people that are in relationships, and it is a thing. It is a thing, and it is. I have no attraction. There's nothing sexual going on with me and this person. Okay. It's just the bills, because I am not in that predicament to be able to go, hey, okay. Some of them have kids. The one person I spoke to, they're very much older than me, and they're gonna appreciate this. Specifically said, you can do that. Once you're at a certain age and you understand, hey, me and this person don't work, but we're here just for the sake of a kid. I'm not sleeping with this person. I'm not sleeping with this person. It's because we embarked on this living arrangement together. Not saying that this person is then going, let me bring somebody else in. I'm dating somebody else in. Let me bring. The people who seem to have the problem with it is the people they're dating on the outside, because they're going to say exactly what Stoney said. I'm not saying you're wrong for feeling that way. There is a percentage of people who do that. But there's also a group of us that could go, God forbid, God forbid, and I'm going to put me out there, and you can't debate me on me.
No problem.
God forbid something happens, right?
What?
And one day, me and my significant other decide, you know what? This not finna work no more. Right? This not finna work no more.
I'm listening.
To give background, we're two people of the same signs, and we've had these conversations because grown-ups have conversations. You gotta keep it a stack. You gotta keep it real. We're two signs that are exactly the same. Sometimes I can say I'm raised differently. This person is raised differently. I know that this person may not have that relationship with their family because I have been the person that probably took them from their family.
Because of the song?
No, because of us in a relationship. Because in real life, things like that happen. You get what I'm saying? You took somebody from their family, and their family just may not be. As long as you with that person, F that. Again, not my situation, but there are situations like that. But we embarked on this. For me to go, we're not together no more. Get the F out. You going out on the street. You get what I'm saying? Now we could come up with a plan. Let's figure something out. I got 2 bedrooms. Okay. This is 2 separate rooms. I get what you can be fucking roommates, but it's those people that think like that. Oh, they fucking Why? Because I think you've come over. So you've been the person that was fucking somebody that was a fucking roommate, and that was uncomfortable for you. Keep it a set. I've dated people growing up that I could sit there and they lived with whoever the baby mom or somebody else is. And that created that situation. That's them. You get what I'm saying?
To the rule.
It is what it is. But you gotta understand there's different points and there's different views.
So you can have a roommate and still have a relationship. Is what you could.
But I just said how is living arrangements. Can you live with your ex? I never said can you bring somebody else in this. Y'all went off the handle. I just said
because
do you think that you can live with your ex?
Now if that's my ex, what if I start back dating? Like okay,
that sounds like something you gotta work out. But the question was can you live with your ex?
But the same thing. But you know that certain people can't live with their ex based off the fact that their ex was insecure. You bring another nigga in the crib, a lot of things is gonna go left. That's one.
All that,
2,
though.
10 times out of 10 they still be fucking with each other. They don't be 100% done with each other. So it's like, yo, fuck that. I'm mad at you right now. I'm gonna stay in the next room for 2-3 months.
That's that percentage.
You know what I'm saying?
But if it's the percentage that they actually done with each other, can you live with your ex? We gotta ask. I don't care about nothing else y'all say.
Nah. We gotta keep in mind though that that's an ex. So we once was attracted to that person.
Okay.
So now this is an ex. I once was attracted to you. I come home a drunk, like whatever it is.
You know what time
I need somebody.
I don't know, that
you
mean
like, to tell me.
Sound like freaky bones.
But I'm just saying though, it's real life.
Y'all sound like freaky bones.
Because if I'm done with you,
I'm done with you, baby.
I can still be done with you. That doesn't mean I'm done fucking you.
No, I ain't done fucking you. I'm one of those people.
It's a fact.
I'm one of those people. We gotta be in tune for me to do anything with you. If
I get it.
We're not gonna.
But that was an ex.
I can do it.
But that was an ex. But that was an ex.
And guess what?
That was an ex.
That's fine.
That was an ex.
That
I
you
was
made an
once
agreement
in love with you.
That's fine.
You was once my man. So therefore I know everything about you. I know what makes you. I know everything.
So you're the vindictive female. You're the one.
No,
I'm about to bring a girl in here. Let me shout. That's you. That's not me. I am completely okay with that. Once we communicate and have a level of conversation, I'm good with it.
I'm not speaking for me. I'm speaking for the other females out there.
Okay, so you represented the freaky bones. That's what y'all just represented. That's how I feel. So now we're gonna move on to the next point, which is borrowing. The last point that we're gonna bring up is borrowing when it comes to help a brother out. And I feel like we all go through this fucking part. I had to hold this fucking card up, even though there's another point after that. But the point is, when people borrow fucking money from you, I don't care if it's your homeboy, I don't care if it's your brother, I don't care if it's your sister, I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care if it's the church with TD Jakes asking for the tithes and the offerings. Once you came to me and you said, can I borrow some money from you? And then when I go to ask for the money back, you're specifically telling me, oh, that little $45 I gave you? Don't fucking demean the shit that you asked me for. That's the point I'm talking about. I'm talking about you asked me, hey, Meekz, can I borrow money from you? It doesn't matter what your stature is. And then they demean that money when it's time to give it back. I don't care about none of that other stuff. That's a problem. How you ask for help a brother out? You asked me to help you and then that little $25, that little $45, you balling. You on Instagram going to Chick-fil-A the next day. I'm petty. You going school shopping for your kids the next day after you took my fucking money?
Everybody's not responding.
It is. I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna let no bread out. I'm not gonna let no bread out that I'm not.
Let me tell you something right now.
That's fine.
Nobody can ask me for no money no more because friendships over 15 years has been ended over $40, cuz. Or $8.
Less than that.
Or
$20.
Or
$2.
You know what I'm saying? I just lost a friend of over 20 years. Over $30, cuz. Not even 20, 30. Like taxes. It was like $25.99.
Don't matter. They knew they was my friend. Just like I knew
what happened when I ate them up and asked them for my money a year later? yo, why you handling me for $30? That was a year ago. Nigga, I'm testing you to see if you want to give me my money back.
It don't even be about giving the money back. It be about the freaking principle.
That's what I'm talking about.
Niggas don't respect principle though. But a lot of people don't respect principle. So me
that's the point.
You can't ask me for money no more. You can't ask me for money.
It don't matter. It could be $1.50.
But imagine if that was $3K or $30,000. You moving funny over $30. I know you gonna move funny over $3K or $30,000. You know what I'm saying? You can't pay me back $30, and I ain't have to give you shit. I could watch you start.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I think
principle.
a little bit different.
The principle.
You can't, but you can't though, because when you think about it differently, people try to finesse you and manipulate you, and they know how to do that. So if I ask
to borrow money from you, and then you see me outside and I'm drinking hookah every freaking weekend,
if it's $30, I'm not
paying you back.
Nobody can.
You don't gotta think about it being 30. 30 is just minimum.
I'm just going to here, bro.
It's never going to happen.
But don't
be really my friend.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But don't ask me to borrow something if you're not gonna have no intentions or returning it. Just
$30. As opposed to can I borrow? Can I have? I'll let that $30 go. There's no principle behind it. Listen to the words that we're saying. It's if you ask me to borrow, I'm giving it to you. I don't care. Everybody went through that one time in life. Our mothers, all of that. We learned to then go to that point. It was the verbiage. You asked me, can I borrow it? So now when I'm expecting it back, because a borrow comes with an expectation. Me giving you is straight giving it to you. I will lend you the money off rip. If my sister asks me, can you lend me for $15? Or even so, even if you say the verbiage wrong to me, I'm still going to ask. Do you need me to give this to you, or are you borrowing it? Because I gotta know if
culture.
I have it or
that's
not.
Culture.
So we give it to them. That's culture. Cool.
That's culture.
So now the next point that we're gonna talk about is called growth, and this is what we're gonna end it out with. Because what people gotta realize is we grew, right? For Rell to feel the points that he feel, he grew. Right? That's it. That's how we settled it. His point, whatever percent of America that is. But the rest of us who are growing and we are trying to figure it out.
Trying to normalize that. That's
you're right. We trying to. That's how you hear so we can normalize. No, growth. The biggest thing that I find when it comes to growth,
this is crazy, with
inclusion and entitlement is from people. And I'm gonna say this: just because I have a show and you have a talent does not mean that you are entitled to be on my show. Point blank, period. You're not entitled to be on my show. Something that's mine, you're not entitled to have. If I decide that I want to move bricks because we friends, I ain't got to split them bricks up with you. Because you feel like I got money or a certain stature, that does not mean that I have to promote you. Just because I'm in media, that does not mean that I got to promote everything that you do. Just because this is your event, that does not mean that I have to promote it because we are partnering together. I am not entitled to that. And people expect too much for people because somebody else has, and they base it off of time. Oh, I knew you for longer. Why would you go and sit down with Stella, and why would you go and sit down with Trini? What about me? I'm not entitled to give you a spot anywhere.
Meekz, but I'm about to bust your head.
Go ahead, bust it. I'm ready. I'm waiting.
Yeah, I got next. Go ahead.
It's something that you said in an episode a while back. Friends at that. You have a business, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now you say, why I would go to somebody else?
That's a fact.
Hold on though, because I'm about to bust your head real quick. You said, why would you go to somebody else to make your cakes or for your kids' birthday? Why do you feel entitled for us to come to you because you are our friend to ask you to make a cake? You feel entitled to that.
1,000% right.
And that's why I'm busting your head.
And guess what?
Now you say
the first person in America to ever watch a show, be on the show, study the show, and show why the fuck they should be on the show. Because nobody ain't ever did that to me in life. But I keep it a stack. Again, still as a host, I still gotta talk. So just because I said that, that does not mean that's what it was.
But I really want you to answer that question.
But yeah,
because
you know why? Okay. Because I feel like the next episode that's dropping this week before this drops is called support. People want support. And the first people that everybody say is going to support you is a stranger, when it's like it should be a family that's there. Because then right after the support, the next thing becomes entitlement. You want me to get this money so that I could be able to then go for.
But then you're talking about growth. So now when what you just said, you have put a time on it.
Yeah.
You for example, from the Friends episode, y'all knew each other for such and such amount of time. Yeah. You just met somebody, let's just say hypothetically, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And this person, she makes cake, but she also do planning with the cake.
Correct.
So if I need somebody to plan that week with the cake, I'm gonna go to you because you do everything in one.
Correct.
That don't mean that I forgot about you. That don't mean that I grew and my growth makes me forget about my friend.
Where do y'all feel like entitlement takes place though? Because I feel like entitlement is based off of the actions that you give somebody to feel entitled to. You can't be telling somebody, "Hey, yo, bro, when I do this,
he gonna hit it." But that's exactly how I feel.
But this is true though. You can't make somebody feel like, "Hey, yo, bro, when I do this and I'm doing that, I'm gonna come to you." And then when it's time to go to them, you go to somebody else because
that's
you
the
just
part
set.
I'm talking about.
No,
But
you set the entitlement for them to act up because
how do I set? Because we're friends. What do you mean?
Because you set the words like your word is your bond. You can't tell somebody.
What was my word? What if I didn't say anything?
If you didn't say anything to me, it's different. But if you tell me, "Hey, yo, bro, I'm gonna fuck with you as soon as I get this bread or as soon as I want to do this, that, and the third. You got this space. This space costs $1,500. And somebody else charged me $13, but I already told you of rip. I'm gonna come fuck with you because you my mans. You gave me a set price. You're already giving them a place to feel entitled because your word is your bond. Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't never tell nobody nothing at all and they feel entitled to your shit, then they're the problem. But you can't tell somebody, "Yo, I'm gonna give you this type of title right here," and then when it's time, you don't do that.
Me telling somebody something is different than entitlement. We now came to an agreement. We now done talked about something. So the entitlement is out the window. You cannot say you would feel any type of entitlement if we sat there and had a discussion on whether I'm going to use your place or whether or not. We talked about it. Now this is a deal.
But that's what I'm saying.
Now this is business.
But that still gives them that entitlement because you came to them first.
It's a different.
It gives you an obligation because I came to you. There's a difference between entitlement and an obligation. Now you obligated to come hit me up and be like, "Yo, when are you gonna put the deposit down?" Because we didn't have this conversation.
Oh, I don't.
So let's talk about it.
I could agree with that.
But
I'm just saying, not you.
Now I know me. I don't feel no type of way. But a big thing that I also do is reminders. Some people want to remind. So as I sat down and I remember on the Friends episode, Trini said,
"Exactly,
yeah,
yes.
I do hair, right?" She didn't know I made cakes. She never knew I made a cake. She never knew that. So that was my first time to say it. So if we want to look at the entitlement, say something to bridge along those lines. So that's how I felt. Like you entitled to your opinion and you always valid to it. I'm always open-minded. Yes, I did say that. But I said that with the intention of, let me put that out there as a reminder. And sometimes people forget as friends, we do other stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I could have sat down here with all of my friends. To be honest. But I said, I understand that some of my friends can't understand and respect the thing that I'm trying to do. So I understand that I have to get like people like me. And that's what I'm saying when I'm saying entitlement. I feel like it's when we all become hosts, right? We're all hosts. Your sister decides to start a show, decides to start a show, and somebody else you know who already has a show. And we are signed to a network. Yo, bring me on your show, put me on your show. Whoa, wait a minute. I've watched this show. I've seen certain things you do. I have certain endorsements and certain things. I also have to speak to my team. Nah, but this is you on that show. That's the part I'm talking about. That sometimes people might just come. Rell, you gotta Rell still gotta come to me. And then Rell still gotta run it with y'all.
I got a question.
And we gotta go, let's figure this out.
Let's switch this entitlement shit to a different standpoint. Do you feel like you're obligated to answer the phone whenever somebody that you know in over 15 years call you? Do you feel like you always gotta answer when they call? Because a lot of people be feeling entitled to you always having to respond or answer when they call. You know what I'm saying? And that's a sense of entitlement based off the fact that
so
you know them since they was coming up.
I have a logic real quick that I feel like I'm going somewhere with it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like entitlement comes with a title. So now if you are my man, you have an entitlement.
Okay.
If you are my friend, if you are my mother, my parent, you have an entitlement. And it goes, I feel like it's entitlement and expectation is like the same.
With entitlement comes expectation.
So it's like if you are now my man,
my best
it's
friend
like
said that. She said that.
Now your entitlement is like I feel like you feel like you're entitled for me to call you and let you know where I'm at all the time. Like, not necessarily. I'm just talking generalized. I'm just saying, right? And I feel the same way. I'm entitled to know your location. I'm entitled to know what you're doing tomorrow because now I'm your girl. Now, if you're my friend, I'm entitled to know your business and, all right, what's your step? Like, I'm just saying that I will feel like that.
Right.
Because of the titles we give people.
Correct.
It's like, you know, so now you hold them to a certain standard. Like, yo, you my friend. What you mean? Like, you can't give me a discount? No,
but
I can't.
Look at the people who's saying it. We're not saying it as the people we're asking the people for help. We're saying it as the people, as we are the people, and they're asking us.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. There comes that certain point of entitlement once you feel like your man starts getting up there selling weed or something that you think he's supposed to put you onto the team and he's supposed to help you. You get what I'm saying? Because that's my man's. I ain't got to do nothing. Nothing.
Even with music. I get signed. My man think I gotta put him on to my manager or put him on to my label because I got signed.
That's the form of entitlement I'm talking about. I'm talking about I got it, and now you want to go, oh well, because you got it, I ain't gotta do nothing.
That's selfish.
Because the point that was last man, and this is what I'm gonna end it out. In the episode that we did with Splitting the Bill, Rell made a point. He brought up an example about this boy who got signed to the NBA, and it was. He had to buy his mom a house. Now, that was the point that he said that it was culture, financial literacy, so on and so forth. I am re-bringing that back up because just because I get famous or any one of us get famous or financially confident, you don't have to do nothing. Like, if you want to buy your mom's a house, you want to buy your mom's a house. I don't got to do nothing. And I'm going to keep that. I don't have to do a goddamn thing. But I want to because if I feel like, yo, Mama Love went through a lot, she did this, she did that. That's a want. We don't have to do nothing. Why would you think that I got to help homeboy out on the corner before I go and help my family? And if I'm not helping my family, I'm guaranteed probably not even going to help you. And it's not even to be petty or anything of the sort, because I do find that there's situations that when you do help these people, sometimes shit happens. So there's real stuff out there. We're not gonna sit there and act like.
Are you sure it's greedy though?
Like that.
You sure it's greedy, or they get more expectations?
Yes, they greedy with their expectations. That's how I feel, because you expect that I'm supposed to do this for you, and I'm not supposed to do nothing. I may have given you the blueprint. Maybe you could come and you could ask. Hence, asking to borrow and asking to lend. Once you do something, your first priority is you. If you have a family, then it's you and your family. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then everything else underneath that becomes the charity and you giving out the goodness of your heart. But I don't have to do a goddamn thing. So I just want to end out this episode to help a brother out with, yes, there's people out there that will help people, so on and so forth. But stop expecting. I ain't got to do nothing. And my $25 wasn't measly when you asked for it. And please, the finesses from the guys to the women, get it together. Get your basic life necessities. In the words of Rell, easy. We out.
Your friend didn't talk about me behind my back.
But you never approach her about it though?
Why do I need to approach her when she know what she did wrong?
But that's your friend. You don't even know if
that's not my friend if you're talking about me.
But you don't know if that's true.
I know it's true because we have the same circle.
So the person who told you,
she not lying, Stella. If a motherfucker quick to talk behind your back instead of talking to you,
that's not absolutely right. But there are times where some people are hating on your friendship. So how you know that person is not?
But why not talk to me about?
But in order for them to say something, that friend still had to be saying something about you.
Exactly.
No, you're right.
Yeah, no, y'all have a point, but I'm just trying to figure out the severity of this.
There's selective friendships though. You have certain people that bond with other people more and will literally
and that person in that circle
about
gets
y'all
jealous.
issues before they really sit there and be.
That's why I was trying to just determine the severity of the relationship.
We're all grown. At the end of the day, we're all grown. We know what's right or we know what's wrong.